Yeah, that was funny too. This is not even a decorative pumpkin. It is one for eating. But these type of pumpkins, they taste horrible. They taste horrible, but they're cheap. They're cheaper than the decorative pumpkins people use for carving. They're like big and huge and they cost more. So I just got one of these. Yeah, anyone I ever asked about these pumpkins, they say they taste horrible. So, let me first decide on which side I want the, I can close this door. Which side I want to face. I mean, this side has a little bit, it's a bit, you know, looks different than the rest. Hopefully I don't have a strong pumpkin smell. Oh, I don't mind the smell, really. Like, the side where you want the face needs to be a little bit flat. Like, this looks like the best side, but it's not flat. Oh, whatever, I'll do it anyway. Last year I just did like a simple, silly, smiley face. I think I'm gonna do it again. This is thankfully non-permanent, so I can experiment a little bit. Last year was a little bit boring though, I only did a smiley face. Maybe I'll go for like a tooth this time. It's a little bit difficult, but I think I can manage a tooth. Or two teeth, actually. Just imagine this line wasn't here. I forgot, you need some kind of moisture to remove the non-permanent stuff. Whatever, I do it later. I used to do a lot of pumpkin carving at Halloween. I never did that. Last year and this year is the only times I've ever done it in my life. I think that's good. Now the most important part is not the face, it is actually the top, the lid, because as you have hollowed it out and put your little tea light in there, it will slowly start to cook the lid. And if the lid is, say if you cut it out straight down like this, the lid will get smaller and eventually it will fall onto the candle, and the candle will extinguish. So you have to kind of cut like this, like in this specific angle, so even if it shrinks, it will still hold on, right? That's the whole trick, because last time I did it and then, you know, I messed up, and then after the first night it just didn't have a top, it didn't have a lid. And every time it rained, you know, the candle would go out. So, guess I'll start off with this one. See how it like turns white. I don't know if you can see it. But it turns white as you penetrate it. Kind of weird. Oh, we did that method to ensure the candle kept going as long as possible. Yeah. Ah, exactly there where my hand is to like cut, there's the camera. Didn't think this through much. And yeah, you can't just cut cleanly. You have to do kind of, you know, sections. Because once the knife is in there, you can't really do much. Unless I'll try the serrated knife. Ooh, that doesn't work at all. That doesn't work at all. What if I take the carpet knife? No. No. This really is the best one. Ooh, and I'm going too far down. My angle is getting worse, not better. Oh no, I messed up. I have to go do it again. I actually recorded a video today talking about Twitch and how I want to stop streaming here and how much I hate Twitch and like recent events. But the recording was so bad, I decided that I was editing it and was like, oh, there's so much. I stuttered, I said some wrong words, and I just scrapped the whole thing. I'll maybe record it again later. It's just how it is when you want to record something. You just then, while recording, who cares? And then you look at it again, like, oh no, I gotta cut this out, cut this out, and then, nah. I think it's normal to re-record videos if you mess up. Yeah, recent events revolving Twitch. Ooh, boy. That's some nasty business. If I would ever make it. If I would ever make it, I would not go to TwitchCon. Hell no. The risk is just not worth it. You know, Twitch being Twitch. Not making preparations, not properly caring about things. God, that means it's like such a tiny pumpkin. Imagine the big ones they have. Really thick skin. Almost thought I need my automatic hacksaw. Yeah, pretty crazy. Almost going down. Twitch is just a dumpster fire these days. I heard that the overall view counts, like in general, like across all channels, are now pre-COVID again, right? During COVID it was pretty high, like a lot of people were on Twitch watching streams and stuff, and now it's just going down. Just less people use Twitch, like viewers. There we go. Right. Oh, I love that smell, actually. It smells nice. But I just know they taste so bad. They're super bitter, even though they are edible. There's even labels saying, hey, it's edible. It's unedible. For carving, we usually get decently sized pumpkins. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's easier to carve. You have more, freedom with what you want to carve. That makes sense. But I don't know. I baby steps for me, right? This is only my second time, so. And I don't wanna spend too much money. You know me. Ooh, speaking of spending too much money. I was talking, I might be a bit quiet because I'm a bit further away from the microphone is like on the left now. I was talking in Discord about how I want to get some used VR gear, right? Because I do kind of want to get into VR. I don't want to spend too much. And first I had my hands on an Oculus Quest 2 for about 160. Works well for autumnal soups. Yes, pumpkin soup is my favorite. But the pumpkin has to taste good, right? With pumpkin soup, you don't need anything. Just pumpkin turned into cream. Just put some salt in there. Boom, pumpkin soup. You don't need anything. It's great. Anyway, I looked at a Quest 2 for 160 euros used, and then I read about it, and people said, you know, for 2025, it's really not like the best thing anymore. It's not that great. It has like a lot of, you know, a lot of quality of life updates with the later version. The 3S, which is what Sonic recommended, right? Then I searched for a used Quest 3S, and there I found it for. It was an auction that started at 180. I thought, oh, come on, only a few bucks more, I can get like the better model, the more recent one. And then I took part in the auction and I won at like 195. Still a lot cheaper than, and it was barely used. You know, if you believe the seller, right? He said he used it like a few times, like 5 times, and he, you know, didn't give a reason why. I guess the person just isn't into VR. Just use it 5 times and that's it, right? And it costs new, yeah, 300 euros usually, or even more depending on where you buy it, right? I got it for 195. I think it was a pretty good deal. But it's the 3S, not the 3, so it's like, you know, a budget model, but it's still like a lot better than the 2. Whoops. Good thing I'm wearing a shirt that I don't care about. I think you should just go in there and grab it. Just grab it. Yeah, yank that stuff out. No, I think I need to scrape it off a little bit with the knife. Pumpkin seeds are good when they're roasted, actually. But if the pumpkin already tastes bad, then the seeds will probably taste bad too. There's a lot in there. Ooh. Been visiting my grandma on, what was it, Thursday? She has a massive pumpkin in her yard, as grandmas do. I think it was pretty much as big as the whole screen, the whole area. Like if I put my hand on this side, it was about this big. Like, and of course round as well. Massive pumpkins. It was like a yellow one. I plan to visit my grandma at some point. Oh, your grandma lives like further away, right? Yeah, maybe we should do that. Old people are pretty lonely. Especially if their spouse passed away. Alright, I think I got almost all the seeds out. I don't know what to do with the fibers. I guess I can try and scrape them out. Just finding a good time where I or my grandparents aren't busy. I have to do some scraping. I guess for this I'll take the serrated knife because I Don't have a chance of poking holes in there. This is a bad angle. You can barely see what's happening. That's better. Well, you can still barely see what's happening because of my hand. That's just how it is. I was also been playing Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar for a while. I'm now in the middle of autumn, pretty much where I am now in real life. I don't know. The game is okay, I guess, but I have some problems. The biggest thing that annoys me is the music. You know, where in other games there was seasonal music, you know, there is seasonal music here too, even multiple tracks. But on your farm, like indoors and in your barn, it's always the same music. Hearing it every in-game day. And like mostly just the beginning of it for, you know, just like a minute while you feed your animals. It just gets on my nerves. It's just like stuck in my head. Music is really important in video games. Really, really important. Like, it can be well made, well produced, but if it's just too repetitive, not like interesting or exciting or nice enough, it can ruin an experience. Because it gets annoying after a while, especially music, you know, in a game where, you know, you have like a gameplay routine of like a daily routine. The music has to be like repeatable, like neutral, or I don't know how to describe it. It's very difficult. Yeah. Yeah, there are some games that I give like a worse personal rating only because of the music. Like when the music is bad, or forgettable, or boring. Or just like just not fitting the situation. Like things are not really intense and the music just goes crazy. Or the opposite, when the gameplay goes crazy and the music is just not. That was kind of my dream job, making video game music. You know, working on video. Who doesn't want to make video games, right? It's like writing a book, but even more exciting. Or a movie. Everyone wants to make a movie. But you know, over the time, I narrowed it down what I want to do. I was like, yeah, okay, I don't have to make a whole video game, just the music. That would be cool enough. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm kind of out of focus. Right. Shall we start with the face? Oh, I already rubbed a little bit off, but I can still see it. This is tough. This is hard. It's the hardest part, especially here. Look how little space I have. I can totally mess this up and like form a crack, and then it's over. Just do it. No, if I don't put it in deep enough, it won't work. I should try the serrated one. Just kind of saw my way around it. No, it's just way too thick. It's too thick. Maybe once I got the skin penetrated, it will be easier. Yeah, I think that wasn't very productive here. Or perhaps people start by cutting out squares and then slowly making the squares round. Maybe that's how you do it. Again, I'm a complete noob at pumpkin carving. I'm not gonna watch a YouTube video on this. Hell no. Let me just go through the top, the sides. Just get like the general shape. Maybe I just need a really small knife, like a fillet knife. Then the, you know... Yeah, I think a small, thin fillet knife would have been better. Just used to wing it and got help from smaller, more intricate shapes. Ah. I mean, Halloween originally comes from Scotland? Was it Scotland or Ireland? I think it was Ireland. Makes more sense, Ireland, yeah. No, I mean, not in the form that we, you know, celebrate it more or less today, but you know, in some primitive form. There we go. Yeah, I'll just have to kind of carve around a little bit so it looks more round. Ooh, I messed up. It started in Ireland and Scotland in Gaelic festivals through Samhain. Gaelic. Samhain. I don't even know what Samhain is. Yes. That makes sense. was originally to like scare off the evil spirits, you know, that come in winter, right? I think that's the story I heard, right? Scare off evil spirits because winter sucks, and it does. Winter sucks. You know, we all here we have our cushy, isolated homes with heating. Back in the day, people didn't have that. Winter was just deadly. We have a similar thing in Germany, which may have originated the same way. Because we also, you know, had Gaelic. No, wait, no, I'm mixing things up. No. But there's like a similar thing we have. It's called Walpurgis Nacht. Walpurgis Night, basically. But there I say we, that's like a specific region of Germany. Not everywhere people do this. Maybe in the cities everywhere by now, but like on the countryside we don't do that. Basically you dress up as monsters or devils or whatever to scare away evil spirits. And it's a little bit controversial. You know, mostly around Christian communities. You know, okay, you're dressing up as a devil. That's bad, don't do that. Ugh. No, oh, I cut it so deep now. Oh, this is awful. Terrible. I cut way too deep. No, again. Whatever. Maybe I can push it out already. Nope. The top is still... Here. And it's a good idea to wear gloves because this is like pumpkin smell, even though it's nice, it will get underneath your fingernails and then you just smell like pumpkin for a week. Whew, got that out. Yeah, I don't know if I can do the teeth, actually. I'm not so confident anymore. Very strong smell. Like right now, I'm not really perceiving it as that strong. Like, I really have to put it up to my nose. I don't know, maybe it's just pumpkin, right? I mean, this is a different kind of pumpkin. Maybe the big one smells stronger. But this one, not really. And the little that I smell is, I perceive it as pleasant. I like when actually I liked it when the lid burned off on the first one. It smelled so nice. It was like a little incense candle or something. It smelled really good. Good enough. We used to cut gaps between the pumpkin teeth so that the teeth stay on. Gaps between the teeth? In between the teeth. What do you mean? The empty space, right? Well, yeah, that was my plan, I guess. Let me actually go for the center first. If it fails, I'll still have a pumpkin, just without teeth. Okay, that's a good cut. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut a little gap in here, like you said. Best thing to do to take it slowly. Ooh, that is so not my not my approach right now. I'll do my best. What else can I do? Okay, I can push this out. Arts and crafts is so much fun. Can't believe there are people who never do things like these. Wait, isn't there an arts and craft category on Twitch? I set this to just chatting. Ah, whatever. It is just chatting eventually. Essentially. I did this on the video today as well. I mix up the word essentially and eventually. Just while I'm talking, of course I know the difference between these words, but just while talking it just happened. I wanted to say essentially. And I said eventually. No, I really need... For next year, I'm gonna get myself a fillet knife. Like, the width of the blade allows me to, you know, it doesn't allow me to be very accurate. Also, what happened to the pumpkin last year. Snails ate it. Like, I didn't even have to dispose of it. It's just, like, it took maybe 2 weeks in total. Snails ate almost the whole thing except the skin. Snails and slugs. Both of them. I mean, it's some delicious pumpkin food, eh? Of course. If I was a slug, I would also go for pumpkins. Wonder how the farmers do it. Oh yeah, pesticides, that's how they do it. Yeah, it's a good meal. At least I'm also doing a good thing for the local fauna. Although I don't like slugs and snails. Don't personally like them, but they deserve to live. They're not mosquitoes or anything. And strangely, it was only like baby slugs. Like very small ones. I haven't seen a big one on there, just small ones. Maybe it's like a kind of slug that goes for vegetables, and the big ones don't like it. Hmm. No, no. Okay. Now we're gonna go down here. Oh. I'm a little bit scared that I'll cut myself. A little bit. Had some bad experiences with knives in the past. I mean, actually just one. It was awful. I think I told that story before. I unsheathed a knife with like a very poorly designed sheath. And as I unsheathed it, holding it like this, it cut like into... I think I held it like this and it just cut into my finger. And there was like a lot of blood and I fell unconscious. And then I went to the hospital and then he had it like stitched. No, just like the tip of my finger. I wasn't about to lose it or anything. It was fine, but it was still not nice. Not a nice experience, and I haven't used that knife since. It's a good knife. It has like a hollow part and a ring to it, so you can attach it to a stick and like make a spear. Like some kind of survival knife kind of thing. But I haven't used it since. I know that Fear had a problem when removing miniature parts. Had that problem, oh. Yeah. Well, like you cut yourself too at some point. Okay, I'll just try pushing. I think I have to cut a little bit more. Hey, it worked! Well, you can't see it right now because of all the mess. That worked. Let me clean this up here. Don't push too hard, otherwise I'll break it. And hey, it took me like an hour, just as much as I thought. I was fearing it would take me more than an hour and I couldn't play Silent Hill today. But, nope. Usually fine cuts that only pierce the skin, but hurt really bad once and took ages to dry. Oh yeah, finger cuts, you know, they're nasty. We have so many pain receptors in the tips of our fingers, which is why I think I passed out. I'm not sure. I don't have like a fear of blood or anything. I don't, but for some reason when it happened, and I didn't lose enough blood to lose consciousness night. It wasn't that much. I guess I just had like a bad day already, right? And like the pain plus seeing the blood just combinate. This combination made me pass out. But yeah, getting cut on your fingertips, really nasty. That's why paper cuts are so nasty. Or like hitting yourself with a hammer. It's like the classic big ouchie. A few layers coming off here. It's because I didn't cut so accurately. I've seen people do some crazy pumpkin carvings, you know, like real artists. Like insane things. Or like when they cut out everything except like an inner layer of pumpkin meat, and when I put a candle in it, like glows through it. Probably seen those. Really amazing stuff. Almost want to show you a picture. These people must have a lot of experience. And patience. Still a lot of these fibers here. Very hard to remove. There. Ooh, I got it all over my pants. No. Oh, I'm about to finish anyway. The pumpkin carving. There's like a little bump in the middle. I think I have to cut it off, scrape it off, because the candle wouldn't stand otherwise. No, I think I need a sharp knife here. I'm creating cuts inside. I don't think that's good either. It's still there. I can still feel it. That's better. It almost sounds like Minecraft music right now. Okay. Wait. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait. What? Huh? Ooh, camera. Please stay. There he is. Oh, he looks so much better on the big camera. Yeah, let me clean up some of this mess. Might as well take the gloves off now. What I wanted to do is use a flashlight. See what it looks like. Right? Turn off IV cam. Let me get my phone back. Every time I do like a hand cam stream, like the program just hijacks my phone and I can't use it. Wait, what? Wait, what? Turn off the lights. Oh, so you still see a lot. Well, that doesn't really work. Hey, that works. Look. It is done. That's what it looks like outside then. Nice. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's great. That was fun. That was worth the... I don't know how much I paid for this pumpkin. I sometimes I do that, which is a bad habit of mine. I don't even look at the prices when I buy stuff. It's like, oh, I need this, I'll buy it. Like, what can I do? Get angry? That won't change the price. Right? Too bad I don't have any of these candles in here right now. Guess I'll have to set it up tomorrow then. Have to get some candles first. Right, I'm just gonna clean up real quick, right? And then we will continue with Silent Hill, I guess. Yes.